Hello everyone and welcome to Cinderful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting out war against the Grey. Today's video, we're going to talk about this article that has just gone up from Warhammer Community that is talking about, first of all, a brand new Orruk Warclans miniature, which is awesome, and indeed talking about the reveal show that will be happening at the Nova Open, which is a massive event that happens in the US. So with that said, we are going to take a look at everything in here, and we're going to have a little bit of a predictions as well, like we normally do with all of these shows. Should say as well, now before the predictions, I know absolutely nothing that is coming out personally. I have no insider info or anything like that, so all this is pure speculation and a bit of fun, and maybe a little bit of wish listing on my part. But with that said, let's get cracking on into the article. Today's video is brought to you by Gap Games, a fantastic retailer in Australia for a variety of different miniature war games. If you'd like to help support the channel, we have an affiliate link where by clicking on and purchasing, you'll help support the channel, but you'll also help support Gap Games, which is a fantastic servant to the community. And so our article, first of all, we are going to have the brand new Auric miniature here. Now, this is a brand new character for the Iron Jaws called an Ardboy Big Boss, armed with his Savage Boss Hacker and a chopper there as well, and just enough mawkish know-how to browbeat his rampaging Auric underlings into a disciplined killing machine. This definitely makes him sound like he's some sort of taskmaster. And you can see with one of these muscled veterans at the helm of your Iron Jaws force, those surely become a colossal fist of muscle and armor, ready to smash aside even the most entrenched army. When they do eventually join the battle lines, all semblance of strategy leaves their head and they are swept up by the bone-shattering violence around them. So we get a nice look at the miniature here. I mean, he's got some real big Bane vibes going down with that mask, which I really dig. Really like the mask and the like sort of hammered metal there. I like the mix of colour on him as well. Like normally there's a lot of like yellow, like normally they do a lot of this stuff here with like flat yellow. But I like the mix up of like the darker armor plates on the top and then the yellow chest and boots is really nice on the colour sort of coordination. But other than that, I like his sort of chain over the left hand shoulder as well. I think he's a really cool miniature. Now, he is a sign of things to come. We obviously now have two Iron Jaws miniatures on the horizon. We have this guy and, of course, the Mega Pig. And so that brings us to this. This is everything that's being shown at the show. And I think this includes pretty much all the main game systems. What are we missing? Necromunda. Necromunda is all that's missing from this, from what I can see, because obviously Adeptus Titanicus and Aeronautica Imperialis have now sort of been folded into Legions Imperialis, and we know that has been delayed, so it doesn't make much sense that we're going to see anything more from it. We've been seeing some articles. We have got Warhammer 40k, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Warhammer Horus Heresy, Warhammer the Old World, Warcry, Underworlds, and Blood Bowl. And so let's talk a little bit about all of these because I think these are really interesting to talk about. Now, the first of these is Warhammer 40k. What are we going to see? Now, we did have the roadmap come out not too long ago. And so that roadmap does tell us obviously that Tyranids and Space Marines will be the next things revealed, and I would not be surprised to see this pretty much dominated by Space Marines. I think we'll see all the new units we're going to get for the Space Marines here for Warhammer 40k, and maybe we might get a look and maybe the first sort of hints at either the Adeptus Mechanicus or Necrons, which in their previous previews have been the ones announced to sort of come after, which could be really fun, seeing those sort of get updated as well. But I think this will be heavily Space Marines, which should come as no surprise to anyone. Now, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, this probably is going to be Dawnbringers Book 2, I would say, along with probably this Iron Jaws focus. So I think we're going to see Dawnbringers with an Iron Jaws and maybe Destruction heavy focus. Maybe we might see a Flesh Eater Courts battle tome revealed here as well. We know we're done with Cities of Sigmar. We've seen everything there is to see, so there's nothing more coming from that. So I think we'll probably see, the Iron Jaws here is probably the guaranteed stuff. There's rumours floating around that maybe there's 5 kits to potentially come. So we've seen 2. Maybe the 3rd kit is going to be that Warcry Warbands as well, because maybe that'll be, part of this release and not sort of part of the Warcry release. Maybe this is where we'll get the rules for them. Horus Heresy, on the other hand, be interesting sort of what we're going to see. We're probably going to see the Primarch here that's been revealed. We've been told we're getting a Primarch pretty soon. Now, this would be a Demon Primarch, I would assume. And my thoughts on this would probably be Angron, a Demon Primarch of Angron, or a 30k version of him, I think might be the way to go. Though, you know, maybe we'll see the Angron miniature we have now as a crossover miniature, so maybe we might see something like a Lorgar potentially, could be an interesting one, or indeed a Fulgurs as well, because maybe we might see things like the Mortarion and the Angron models sort of used in both games, and so we'll just have these Demon Primarchs that are available in Horus Heresy and in regular Warhammer 40,000 as well. Be interesting to see how that sort of works. The old world, now there has been some stuff floating around. If you haven't seen it, there has been some Pegasus Knights floating around, which could be really cool. So I would say we're probably going to see a starter box here for Warhammer the Old World, which would be absolutely amazing to see. And then, you know, what might that contain? It's probably likely there's going to be Tomb Kings versus Bretonnia. That would be, you know, everyone's thought on it. Maybe we'll see some Tomb Kings models return. We'll see some old Skeleton Archers. Knights of the Realm were apparently returning as a previous kit, but Pegasus Knights in there as well. Maybe, you know, something cool like a Necrosphinx or something in there would be a nice addition to the kit as well. Warcry wise, now we have seen 2 warbands, so I'm in 2 minds of what we're going to see for Warcry. I think either we're going to see the 2 warbands with a new sort of setting and set of scenery. So that is the Wildcorp Hunters from the Cities of Sigmar versus the Cruel Boys that we've seen for Warcry. Now, maybe we are supposed to get 4 warbands in this Order versus Destruction. So maybe those 2 are going to be singular releases along with the factions. That's what I'm sort of going with here. So, you know, the Wildcorp Hunters will come out with the Cities of Sigmar release. And, of course, the Cruel Boys will come out with the Warhammer Age of Sigmar release for the next Dawnbringer book. Now, that leaves, you know, maybe the potential for another Warcry warband of both of these 2 factions, because we know we're getting 2 of each. So, my thoughts, maybe, you know, if I was planning something to wish, I would really hope to see an Order one. What could we see? I mean, we've seen Seraphon, we've seen Stormcast. Do we maybe see something else interesting? We've obviously already had a Daughters of Cain one, so maybe something like Duardin could be really interesting. A particular Caradron Overlords warband, or maybe something Fireslayers to really make an interesting Fireslayer unit could be cool. But we could also see something like maybe a really cool Order warband would be having a Soulbound warband. So if you haven't played the Soulbound RPG, I think a Warcry warband of the Soulbound could be amazing to see them sort of all, you know, in there and their own sort of thing. Really, really cool to have like this mixed race warband would be fun. And that could verse something like, I don't know, Ogres would be a really cool one. Get us new Man-Eater models easily through this. Have Man-Eaters as a warband. Makes perfect sense to me. Underworlds, I mean, this is really, where do we go here? What are we going to get from Underworlds? We've definitely started to see things get doubled up on. We're obviously going to see a new sort of starter set, so we're going to go into a new season of that. So really don't know what we're going to see. With the Dawnbringers, I think maybe we probably finally see a Cities of Sigmar warband that's not Witch Hunters. Maybe, you know, some like Free Guild members or something like that. And maybe verse something, I don't know, what would you think? Maybe some Orcs could be another one. Maybe this is where we get some more Orc units from as well. That could be an interesting one. And then Blood Bowl, I'm not awfully in the know of, but we did just see that brand new Dark Elf model that I'm probably going to go grab because he looks amazing. But the new Blood Bowl sort of Kraken Scourge Privateer model, Dark Elf Corsair model looks absolutely awesome that they showed off as well. And so maybe we see another one of the teams. And we've got Wood Elves, we've got Elven Union, we've got Dark Elves now as well. So we're sort of in that place where we're seeing new teams for Blood Bowl. So do we see either a new starter set, or do we see, you know, another team? So what will we see as another team? Like, could we see maybe the Sisters Sigmar as a team, or like the Sigmarites as a team? Could be really cool. Tomb Kings potentially to go along with the Old World release, or Bretonians as well could be a really interesting one for Blood Bowl. But that's all my thoughts on this. What do you think of the reveals? What do you think we're going to see? What do you think of this brand new Orruk Warclans miniature? Let us know your thoughts about it all down in the comments below. Love to hear from everyone. And so that is the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our great little community we have here at Sinful Gaming, we have a Discord server, which is linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel, be that via Patreon or YouTube members, or by grabbing yourself some merch, whether that's stickers, t-shirt, mugs, or anything from our Teespring store as well, or by using our affiliate links, which are also linked down in the description as well, that go a long way to helping support the channel. As a special thank you to all our Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to Andy C, Grimskull, Colorblind Magic, Iron Grinch, Benjamin Swallows, James Cater, Mark Harvey, Domir, Average Wargamer, JJ Austrian, Cure Dynamic, Andrew Bowen, Alderin Shot First, Kendi Lull, Soren, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lockloric, The Johnny 84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Monty Stabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, John Castle, and Gargamel 196. Thank you all so much for helping support the channel. It means the absolute world to us. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Once again, everyone, stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.